Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is take 2 of testing the Imogenation palettes. Had a bit of a problem. I recorded this 2 days ago now. Went to edit yesterday to be uploaded for Monday night, and I don't know what I'd done, but I got the wrong setting or something on my camera and it had no sound. And some of it wasn't recorded, so I've got some lovely pictures from my look, but obviously I didn't have any video footage, so I am now going to recreate this look, which obviously it's not going to be a first impression because I've already used it, but I can tell you that they are very good. The eyeshadows blend together so well. And we're going to be recreating the warm look that was on my Instagram with these 3 shades as well as these 2 warmer shades. And I have already done my base makeup, so I've got the Revolution Pro matte primer on, the Maybelline 24-hour Superstay foundation. I've got my eyebrows on and I've baked under my eyes, so if we get any fallout I can just dust that away. So I'm looking a bit funny, a bit pale at the minute, but that will all change once we get some makeup on my face. So let's go ahead and put some colours on the eyes. Big fluffy brush. It's a Morphe one out of one of their eye sets, and I'm going to take Loving Life. And I'm just going to take this mainly to set. I have put Conceal and Define in C1 on my eyelids to prime, just to make sure I've got no creases there. I'm using this colour to mainly set and as a transition shade, because it's got a nice peachy undertone and it'll blend, it'll come in handy later for blending all those colours together. So I'm just taking that mainly just under the brow bone and just slightly blending it down. These 4 middle shades, which are the transition shades in the palette, would be fantastic just for an everyday eye look. I mean, today I am going to work, so it's going to be a little bit over the top for work, but I wanted to get this look filmed for you. You all seem to like the look that I created, so I wanted to get it filmed so that you could see it. And then I'm going to take Honeybee on a Revolution sort of dense fluffy brush. Take Honeybee and I'm just going to stamp this into my crease, just following the line of the crease. As you can see, they are nice and pigmented. I'm just going to zoom you in a little bit. There we go. As you can see, they're nice and pigmented there. Let me focus in, there we go. And then going back in with the brush before and just very lightly holding it towards the end, just blending that. Don't need any extra pigment, just blending those 2 shades together. I'm just going to do one eye on camera, go off and do the other eye, and then come back and we'll do the face palette today, just to save a little bit of time. Okay, as you can see, they've blended together seamlessly. I am now going to take a slightly smaller Morphe brush, the colour Mills, which is this 3rd one down. And pack that where we've just packed Honeybee. As you can see, pigment payoff is amazing. All I have done is just stamped a couple of times in, and then we're just pressing this into the crease. Then just keep, this kind of look, because they're all pretty similar in colour, you just have to keep working up and down the brush colour, the brushes from before, and just keep blending. That is the best thing for an eyeshadow look, just keep blending. And my cat makes another appearance in my videos. She was at the vet yesterday, and she was spay. She's trying to pull my camera away. The vet said that she would be quite lethargic and everything today. No, she's back to normal. Okay, so we've just blended those 3 shades all together. As you can see, they just gradually get lighter and lighter as they get to the brow bone. I'm going to take that same brush that we've just used for Mills, and I'm going to get which is this bright orange. Take just a tiny bit, as you can see that's nice and pigmented, and I'm just going to stamp this into the crease, but just keeping it a bit more concentrated than the shades before, just to deepen up that crease ever so slightly. As you can see, without even blending that, it just opens up that crease colours a little bit more, or intensifies that crease colour a bit more, should I say. And then I'm not going to go through all of the brushes, I'm just going to take the big fluffy brush that we started with and just run it over, and the less pressure you apply and the further down the brush you hold it, the less sort of hash lines and things like that you're going to get. It just helps blend it a lot more. Okay, so we've got a nice sort of transition there from a nice deep orange to the peachy shade. And then I am going to take the Real Techniques brush out of the brush set. This one, nice fluffy one. And take Get to Know. And I'm going to load that colour up on that brush, because what I'm going to do, we're not going to go in with any shimmer today, I'm just going to pack this all over the crease. So just keep pressing that in to the crease, into the lid and up to the crease. And what I did on the original look was, after this step, I took Imagine mixed with Limo and I winged it out a bit more along the lash line to make it a bit more smoky. But as I said, because I'm at work today, I'm not going to go in with Limo, I'm just going to go in with Imagine. So I'm just blending that colour into the crease. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with either a flat brush, which is the first one that I've grabbed actually, either a flat brush or an angle brush will do this. And I'm just going to take Imagine, some on the edge, and then just put that along the lash line. Just deepens that lash line up, makes it look a little bit more smoky but not quite as dark as the original picture. There we go, that adds a little bit of depth to the lash line. And I'm just gonna ever so slightly take, on the brush that we used before, take Get to Know and Imagine, mix together on that Real Techniques brush, and just blend it out ever so slightly. And looking at this, we have got zero fallout as well on top of that bake, which is good, because then you can get away with doing your eye makeup first, your eye makeup after you've done your base. I do normally do my eye makeup first, but like I say, because of these pigments, because there's no fallout, you can get away with doing both of those. So I'm just gonna make sure we're all nice and blended. As I said, this isn't quite as deep as the original eye look on Instagram or the original video, but like I say, I've got work today. I don't want to be scaring off any of my clients. So I'm just going to go off, do my second eye, and then we'll be back to finish off the lower lash line and the face. Okay, so that's the eyes done for now, and what I'm going to do now is take the Highlight to the Moon palette, and as I did in my last video, which none of you will see, I am going to take these two shades, which are Pretty Heart and My Girl, and I'm going to mix them together on a nice big fluffy powder brush and dust that into my face and brush away that bake and set everything in place. Now the good thing about these powders as well is they don't have any flashback, so you'll be able to take flash photography. If you go into an event, these would be perfect because there's not going to be any sort of white face with a brown body or anything like that. You will be able to set everything and not worry about having like ghostly under eyes or anything. I know to some people that seem like a lot of powder, but I've got oily skin, so I do set my face in place all over and with quite a lot of powder. And then now I'm gonna take Warrior today, which is this middle contour colour on Real Techniques. It's technically a blush brush, but I like it for my contour because it sort of tapers out, so you can get right in on that cheek. So I'm just going to take this, starting at my hairline, and these colours are not muddy or anything. I've worn them now for a couple of days. I've worn them a few times and they just seem to blend so easily as well. Just like no harsh lines, no dark where you've put your brush first down or anything like that. So I'm just going to go in with this on this side as well. And then with the excess that's left on my brush, just going to run it down the sides of my nose and on the end, just to tie everything together. And then this palette doesn't come with any bronzer, but what I figured out in my last time that I used this, I can get away with mixing literally and cute, and it makes the perfect bronzer colour for me. Obviously more cute than literally, because literally is more cool toned, but cute is technically a face powder, but I am that pale I can get away with using it to bronze. Okay, and for highlight today, I have been liking mixing these two together, which is Limited Edition and Angel Face, but I think, because I'm quite orange and glowy today, I think I'm going to go in with Angel Face on my cheekbones, and then bring a little bit of Limited Edition into the rest of my face. Glow Revolution Never Fail to make the highlighter so buttery and glowy. I think I'm just going to top it slightly with limited edition because I don't want it to look sort of muddy on my face. It doesn't highlight any texture or anything, it just brings that little bit of sort of glass-like finish to your cheeks. Okay, and then I'm just going to go with limited edition on the brush, on my nose, or on the edge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and then with a fluffy eye brush, I'm going to go with it just on my brow bone. Just to tie this whole look together. And then to brighten up these inner corners, I'm going to take just sort of a standard fluffy brush, small fluffy brush to say. I'm going to take limited edition and pack that on my inner corner. Just opens my eyes up and keeps them nice and bright, because obviously we have gone full matte on the lid, so I need something to brighten it up. Okay, so to finish off these eyes, I'm gonna put the highlights of the Moon palette away and grab the eyeshadow palette again, and I'm gonna take Imagine on that flat brush again like we did on the upper lash line, and just run that under my lashes, on my lower lash line. And then take any of the fluffy brushes that we used before, and I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use Honeybee today to blend out that lower lash line. Just remember to tap off the excess, because obviously now that you've done your face you don't want any fallout. Just remember to blend that up to the outer upper corner. And let's just tie those eyes together. Now on the original photo I did put brown eyeliner on the waterline. Don't know, might go with brown, it's not too harsh. I think I'm going to just go off camera, put my mascara and eyeliner on, and then I will come back and give you my final review of this whole look and palette. So this is the final look with everything on. I decided not to go with some eyeliner today, just plenty of mascara. I've also put some blush on, which is the L'Oreal Life's a Peach, and my lip combo is the Cork lip liner and the MAC Jamie Genevieve collab, which is like the perfect nude. So my final thoughts on these palettes: these eyeshadows blend together absolutely amazingly, perfectly, and as you can see, if I just zoom you in, even though these are pretty much the same shade, you can still, they haven't blurred, like sort of blurred into one colour or anything. You can still see the definition and everything. Super pigmented, especially for a drugstore brand. These powders look amazing. Would be perfect for travelling, because like I say, you've got all your blush colours, your powder colours, contours and highlight. The only thing you would have to maybe take is a blusher if you like to wear blusher, but these will definitely be travelling with me next time, because like, the only thing that extra that I would need would be like your base makeup, some mascara and a blush, and obviously a setting spray, which obviously I've already done, so this face is not going to move all day. Definitely worth the money. The palettes are only £10 each, so for £20 you've pretty much got a full face of makeup. These highlighters are absolutely gorgeous, so I will definitely be using them near enough every single day, and safe to say Revolution is probably my favourite drugstore brand. Between these, the Soap palettes, the Conceal and Defined concealer, as well as the foundation that's launching Wednesday the 5th. I think you could pretty much say it's my favourite brand. So if you like this look, give it a thumbs up. I will link everything down below, like my Instagram, my Twitter. Go follow me on all of those, because I always upload sort of sneak peeks, photos and things like that. And remember to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications, and I will see you again next time. Bye!